And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Grand Tactician the Civil War. We are doing the 1.03 patch live stream. This is our third episode. And we decided to do a Confederate campaign. And let's review really quickly where we've gotten so far. It is July 7th, 1861. We just fought off a battle defending Washington, which we took as an early prize, and fought off two corps of the Union Army, Army of the Potomac and Army of Northeastern Virginia, and they are retreating back into Maryland. Our starting policies: we took slavery to the west, southern industrialization, and alliance with the natives. All three should help boost Confederate manpower. And we have tried to focus early here on manpower policy. So regulars, Military Act 1, the Militia Acts. We're currently researching Militia Act 3, which will give us a nice boost in volunteers. As you can see, we're trying to outpace the Union manpower efforts, as we currently have 127,000 men fielded versus the 83 on the Union side. Union national morale took a hit after that major victory around the Battle of Washington, D.C., down to 62 right now. Our support remains high at 98. Weapons industry advantage to the Union side right now. Although 1.8 to start the war is not too bad. Once we will probably eventually do the arms agent policy, or diplomacy 1. That's not arms agent, but diplomacy 1, which will give us some decent weapons, and then we'll probably do industry in a little bit after we've kind of maxed out some of our manpower. Although we've got to watch our current credit rating at B+, so we don't want that to dip any lower than it is right now, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at our armies west to east. Benjamin McCulloch in the Western Army with his 11,000 men, looking at reports of about 22,000 men around Springfield, Missouri. I'm thinking I want to construct a fort here. That way, after we build this forts take a while though to build, so it won't be ready in 51 days. We'll build a fort here. That would kind of free us up to kind of move. We could take the chance maybe to move east or strike north with the Western Army. After that fort is built, that way we'll have some kind of roadblock in case we want to try to move away from Carlton, Arkansas. apologize about that. Looking at some of the streaming issues that so let's take a look at the army of West Tennessee under Price. That's an untrained army right now. Johnston's army is in middle of Kentucky. The Army of Tennessee with about 25,000 men just built a depot here near Munfordville. We're going to upgrade that depot. It's going to march towards Harrodsburg. Thinking about marching Price to Columbus and threatening Cairo. Actually, well, he's building a depot right now in 14 days. So in 14 days, we'll march out from there to Columbus, Kentucky, and see if we can't secure Columbus, Kentucky. Pillow is training. It looks like a division there. We also have Jackson training behind in North Carolina right now. We'll let his readiness get up to low, and then maybe have him take the rails up to Richmond. We'll probably we may use Jackson in the Shenandoah to protect that left flank of ours. Although right now we've moved Magruder up to Manassas to reinforce our position in Washington. So we have Research Military 2, which gives us army creation. Beauregard has set up an army headquarters at Alexandria, so he can help pull in the distanced corps to a single point of battle. So that gives us an advantage there. And Magruder, double check to make sure Magruder is assigned. Yes, he is. Let's assign these brigades to Johnston. Actually, we're going to assign another division. Samuel Cooper has some good stats here. I think he will promote him to division command. That opens up a spot for Lieutenant Edward Johnson to assign him to brigade command. So the 63-year-old veteran Samuel Cooper gets division command. We'll assign some of these brigades that are forming up. So Johnston's corps now 20,000 strong. Ewell commands a corps of 30,000. We do have a cavalry corps that is also training in West Virginia right now. So as they improve their readiness, we will have them march over to Beauregard's army of Northern Virginia. Let's see what's in our reserve, our manpower pool. Only 7,000 volunteers right now. So we've done as much recruiting as we can. We'll keep Porterfield where he's at in Western Virginia just to deter him there. All right, why don't we play through the next couple of days. You can see the Union armies retreating back. Let's see what's going on out west, because we have intelligence of the Department of the West. See if they start marching into Arkansas, which they look. Our intelligence does not show any movement from Union armies in the west. Magruder is at his destination. We'll let him encamp there for a little bit and improve his readiness, which is very low right now. We'll actually build a depot here too. In case we'll be to build a depot here, just if we do have to retreat back out of Maryland, it'll be a good base of a second line base of operations there. Union calls for volunteers, so 2-year contracts. So Union trying to catch up to our manpower. They're still at about 83,000. Not seeing a lot of movement by the Union armies anywhere. We're at July 11th, 1861. McCulloch building a fort near Carleton. Let's see, is Price ready to move on to Columbus? He's building that. So in 10 days, we'll finish this depot here and march on Columbus, Kentucky. We're upgrading the depot here near Munfordville. Treaty with Choctaws and Chickasaws ratified. What if we should we take Louisville and then move towards Lexington, or So we're upgrading the depot. 39 days to go to upgrade that depot. Stuart's cavalry ready to join the forces? No, they're not. What about Jackson? Nope. So readiness, very low across the board, so not a lot of campaigning. We can detach Jeb Stewart's cavalry division here and give him a separate command. Maybe we'll give Nathan Evans the division. Let's look for a cavalry commander to replace Evans. Marmaduke might be good. Decent leadership, decent administration. Usually 2 stars in the beginning of the war is pretty good for administration. John S. Marmaduke. Alright, and then we're going to give Evans the division command. Jeb Stuart gets a corps. So when the other Stuart is finished, we'll make him, we'll assign him a corps there. That way. Alright, their readiness is still low, though. So July 15th. 7 blockades, 2 supply alerts. Northern Virginia provisions are low. Let's upgrade this Washington, D.C. depot. Can Ewell build a depot in Washington as well? What we might do is just start fortifying our prize of Washington and then move out from Washington. Union dropped 3,000 men. Is that from... Did they just drop 3,000 men from attrition? Alright, watching Price's corps now. He is ready, but 5 days after this depot is built, we will march to Columbus. Johnston's condition, though, remains poor, even though he's drawing in supplies. Doesn't look like there's a lot of supplies getting to the Munfordville depot, though. We can take a look at provisions here. If we click on provisions, yeah, it doesn't look like we're drawing in much into that depot right now. Although Bowling Green has a lot at that depot. Hey, welcome to the stream, Eternal Nerd. We are all nerd eternal. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Just doing a little Grand Tactician, the Civil War. Right now, this is the Confederate campaign, July 17th, 1861. We're trying to outpace the Union manpower in the early war here. 133,000 versus their 80,000. We've already taken Washington, D.C. Alright. So prices core. Let's see, this depot will be built in 4 days. So as soon as that depot is built, we'll move price to Columbus. I do appreciate you joining the stream, Eternal Nerd. Alright, depot is finished near Jackson. Alright, and he will march, Price will march out in an hour to take Columbus, Kentucky. You are doing very good and very impressive. Oh, I appreciate that. As long, we just got to keep our debt rating above B, so it's already at B+. I'm not liking the size of the Western Army, though. Do we have any more volunteers? Oh, we did recruit up from 7,000 up to 11,000 reserves. Maybe we can create a new small division under Philip St. George Koch. Yeah, remind you of Victoria too a little bit. Yeah, there's Grand Tactician's got it's got a good mix of things. I've always been saying that. So under the finances, you have these sliders. This is very reminiscent of older Paradox games where keeping recruitment at max subsidies will boost your volunteers and drafts when you enact the draft policy. So, and then there's policies that you can enact that affect how large your recruitment pool is, industry. So there's a lot. The strategic decision making. You make a strategic decision, and then you have the real-time strategy aspect of kind of a Paradox game where things are happening behind the scene. But this reminds me more of the original style of, whether it be, the first couple of Europa Universalis games, or Victoria 1 and 2. So they're a little bit, this game's similar in that. And then you have the tactical side of it, though, which is a lot more similar to like a Total War game, even though there's a lot of differences there. So a lot going on in this game, and they've done a good job. They're updating the game. The AI is still a little bit of a pushover, but that's true of a lot of games, especially grand strategy games, in my humble opinion. All right, well, yeah, we're in the middle of recruiting another division. Let's see if we can't get 2 brigades and 1 artillery out of that. We're gonna have to reduce the size of the infantry brigades, and we can't even do 2 pips. All right, we'll do the smaller 15. I think that's 1,500. Ooh. Well, we'll leave Ambrose P. Hill in charge of brigade there, and we have a political general, William Bate from Tennessee. And although support for Tennessee is at 99, we'll leave him in charge of that brigade. He's got decent stats for a brigade commander. So that brings the total up to about 14,000 men there. Let's see if we can't get 2 more brigades. Tapped out of our Western manpower pool. Can't even get a Louisiana brigade. Nope, we can't. There's only 1,000 recruits from Louisiana available. Even though we're showing low food, oh yeah, provisions are very low, so we're struggling to get provisions into Kentucky. See if we take Harrodsburg and see. Oh, it's already under our control. But if we enter Harrodsburg, maybe our supply situation will be a little bit better. Pillow's got a cat. Okay. We're just going to transfer this cavalry unit to Jeb Stuart. So do you worry about manpower? Yeah, you definitely, yeah. There are several things with manpower in this game. So for the Confederates, the military, we can call these are policies, but you can almost think of them as tech trees, even though it's not really technically true. It's more, these are the policies you choose, but these policies that you choose impact manpower. The militia acts impact manpower directly. Now, more indirectly are the finances, like recruitment impacts, obviously would impact manpower. So recruitment, increased availability of volunteers and drafts. More indirectly is civil order, helps keep high support in your state. So there is a mechanic for state support. If I hover over here, if you look to your far right, you can see it says support Virginia 100%. So the higher support is in your states, the greater It should have a greater impact on potential recruits from those states. Low support states will not offer as many volunteers to your army in the recruitment pool. Other things, your economy will impact your, even more indirectly, your economy will impact your recruitment pool, because if your economy starts tanking, support will drop in your states, and that will impact the recruitment pool. So there's a lot of direct and indirect ways you can impact manpower in the game. So by focusing strictly on this military side of this thing, I can really push the Confederate states to their manpower limits early game. Now what will happen is we have a credit rating. If I fall below B, I will still receive replacements to your armies, but you cannot recruit new units. So that's something to keep an eye on. I may, after researching Militia Act 3, I will probably enact government funding, which will impact economic policies and improve our credit rating. So that will help push this back up a little bit. It is a very much under the hood kind of game, meaning it's not always clear cut that a policy, like when I enact Militia Act 3, you'll see a bump in, you'll see an obvious bump in volunteers. That's right, in the military tab. What's not as apparent is adjusting the recruitment slider. I can adjust it down, but if I adjust past a Militia Act, you might still see volunteers go up. So, but keeping recruitment at the max subsidy level, you should see over the long run a greater improvement in volunteers and drafts. Alright, we're going to transfer George Stewart's cavalry to Jeb Stewart's cavalry. We'll actually transfer 4th Division to Jeb Stuart. I might attach a cavalry brigade to some of the infantry corps. Not sure where I want to put Bartow's horse artillery. So we currently have we're up to 142,000 now. Union just passed a Militia Act 2, I think they passed, so there you can see a big bump in their men fielded, up to about 99,000 men. And obviously the Union has a greater potential manpower pool. Let's build a depot in Harrodsburg. Price almost to Columbus, Kentucky. There are no indications that Cairo, Illinois is being defended. That alone might draw the Department of the West back towards St. Louis. So just threatening Cairo might relieve some pressure off of the Arkansas-Missouri line. Oh, there's an army out of Leavenworth. So Union AI looking like they're trying to use a Western strategy. All right, let's transport Jackson's 12,000 man army to Lynchburg. Take the rails. And we'll use him in his historical role in the Shenandoah. Is he attached? Or he's already attached to Beauregard. Yeah, the Union at least double, and I think maybe even parts of the war more than double. Crittenden-Johnson resolution passed. We should try to take Fort Washington here. See if we can have Johnston can take it on his own. Or maybe we'll assign Magruder to try to take Fort Washington. Albert Sidney Johnston's army in alarming condition, so struggling to get supplies through Kentucky. I think we will build a depot here. Fort still being built near Carrollton. All right, so we're moving on. July 27th, 1861. We've ordered Magruder to try to take Fort Washington. There, it looks like siege is initiated. Battle of Fort Washington. Let's take a look. So, sieges of forts are done through an AI battle. So, you don't fight the fort battles on the tactical map. Have I been doing YouTube? Off and on for about over a year now. I've been trying to get more serious with the YouTube channel. I'm trying to do like more lives, not more live streams, but like a live stream a couple times a week. But the main bread and butter, I do just want to do VODs and Let's Plays and tutorial content. So only one casualty. actually, you can see the progress bar here. Looks like we're having some setbacks. Magruder struggling with the battle of the siege of Fort Washington. All right, Jackson's at Lynchburg. We might actually give him his own command so that he can operate in the Shenandoah. So we created a new army here, Army of Virginia. What we want to do is transfer. I will say one of the quirkiness things about forming armies in this game is so if I want to create an army, if I want to make an army for Stonewall here, I've got to create an army, which will automatically assign a different, usually assigns like the top ranking general. So, but I have to go back in so we'll have to remove Jackson from Corps Command, but before that I'll have to remove Division Command. So why don't we, then I'll need a replacement for that Division Command. I could just replace Jackson with a Corps Commander. See if there's any good candidates here. Franklin Gardner might actually be a decent division commander. Let's replace him. Now that was a cavalry brigade, so we can look for a cavalry commander. As you tell everyone, live streams, whether or on YouTube or Twitch, are the best way to interact with your current audience. Your content on your channel is how you keep them. That does seem like, oh yeah, that does seem like a pain, the army situation, yes. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to do. Yeah, I don't want to be a streaming channel per se. But I kind of like doing a stream here. That way people can join and watch and. So Lucius Walker, why don't we assign him to brigade command? Oh, what happened? All right, there's Walker, and then we will. Charles Field, do we want him to be the Corps commander? Probably got better. Probably actually have better options. Glad to see how horribly in debt. Hey, B plus. As long as I'm at B plus or even B, I can recruit. That's all I'm trying to do. Nah, you're not doing it now. You stay in debt long enough, it does start affecting the economy, which will, in the long run, might impact your recruitment level. But August 2nd, 1861, 156,000 men in the field. Can't complain about that right now. All right. Back to trying to get Jackson his own army here. So, who can we put? Oh, Hood. We want to promote Hood to Corps Command. So actually what we want to do is replace Hood. Gardiner can take over that division. Hood can take over the Corps. So Hood gets the Corps, and then we'll have to that was the Army of Virginia, right? All right, so we'll replace Stuart with Jackson, and then transfer Hood to Jackson. Voila. Unfortunately, that is how you got to do it. I feel like they could work on a better way of doing that. But they'll meet in Charlottesville, and then we'll move up the Shenandoah Valley. So now Jackson has his we'll probably have to rename it the Army of Shenandoah. Alright, well, let's take a look at this siege again. Can Magruder make any headway? We're going to auto-resolve the assault. Oh, he's getting pushed back. Got 30 guns against their fort condition is at 99. So tug of war going on at Fort Washington. Up to 161,000 men. So you go back out into Kentucky. We got supply ratio at 100% for Johnson, but he's not pulling in enough provisions to adequately feed his army. Condition is alarming. Training is at regular. We got Sterling Price at Columbus. He's also starting to suffer some food shortages, but he is building a depot to address that situation. Department of the West is going towards, so this allows, so that move on to Cairo pulled the Department of the West towards Price's army. So that allows McCulloch an opportunity to march to Springfield. Oh wait, hold up. We want to finish this fort here first, so another 22 days, and then McCulloch will, in the fall here, will march into Missouri. Could create a small command to finish that fort, but we'll let McCulloch finish that fort. Keep an eye here on this Department of the West, see if they attack Price. So August 6, 1861, early war. Hood at destination. We're gonna have to let Hood's readiness get up. So about 13,000 men for Jackson's Army of the Shenandoah. Or the army. We'll leave it the Army of Virginia. But if you are interested, you can change the name. I've thought about looking for a video editor. at this time, I'm gonna. The channel isn't large. Maybe as the channel gets larger, and if it really gets serious, I'll probably be looking for an editor. For now, I'm just going to learn the craft as I can. This probably is the thing that slows me down the most in putting out videos, is editing. But I just figured out I'm starting to use hotkeys more when I'm recording, to stop, to pause and record, so that I'm not just editing huge chunks of video content, which has been the main thing that slows down, especially the Let's Plays. Now for other content that are a little bit more tutorial, yeah, down the road I might seek some help in editing there. But I'll keep you in mind for sure in the future. I do appreciate the offer. I do want to create maybe another division for Hood's Corps. Henry Davidson, he's a good division commander. These are all decent. These are all decent brigade commanders. I don't see a lot of engineers. Maybe Bushrod Johnson, he's a good commander too. Although it's beneficial to have a couple engineers spread out through your commands that help build depots faster, and also give you bonuses to entrenchments. Let's do Mutan. Yeah, so engineers, having served originally as an army engineer, this officer knows the value of fieldworks. This makes his unit better in siege warfare and overcoming obstacles. Siege of Fort Washington slowly progressing. My pillow at destination. What we're actually going to do with this is we're going to assign Johnston the army of East Tennessee. You know, that's a great idea. Thank you, Eternal. Yeah, message me on Facebook, and we'll keep in contact, and maybe we'll try something out. Maybe there's one video that I'm working on that might take a little bit of time through editing, and we can contact each other that way. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Definitely feel free to message me on Facebook. And it's good to know I appreciate you letting me know where you found the video too. It's always good to know where people are finding the content. Alright, let's see. Army of Albert Sidney Johnston. So we need to remove Johnston from Corps Command. We got Zollicoffer as the Corps Commander. He's got great fame. I don't like the administration. Kirby Smith. I think I'm going to make Kirby Smith the Corps Commander. Who do we want as Division Commander? Wilcox, maybe? Oh, Wilcox was already defamed. Huget. Kind of like Holmes. even though he has no initiative and no cunning. So we'll replace Kirby Smith with Holmes. And then Johnston with Kirby Smith. So that will replace Pillow with Johnston. And we will transfer Smith to Johnston's command. We can just turn this into a cavalry corps. Wheeler. We need a division commander. So, and then we can leave George Stewart as the Cavalry Corps Commander. Wheeler. Well, actually, we want to make Wheeler the Division Commander. Let's find a Brigade Commander. We would like a Cavalry or a Political General. So political generals will help improve your support in your states from that state they're from. Yeah, it was very nice chatting with you, Eternal. Thank you for joining the stream. Yes, hopefully we get to chat in the future on future projects. So I definitely appreciate you joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you were entertained. Are you not entertained? Actually, let's just look for a cavalry commander. William Adams, cavalry commander, and no, he's not a cavalry commander. Right, the cavalry commander has these cross swords. We'll do Horace Randall. And that way we can assign Wheeler the division command. Randall will attach to Wheeler. And might as well recruit a couple more cavalry brigades. Not enough manpower. All right, so we have an actual army forming in Kentucky. Now, Price will remain independent in command, but we could always attach him to Johnston's army. So I think one of the settings at the start of this campaign was you can adjust AI settings on two criteria. One is you can give them a flat bonus, which we did, max plus 50, and that helps morale of their armies. And then you can also change their aggressiveness setting. Now, in earlier patches, I believe the AI, if set on max aggressiveness, is almost too aggressive and usually makes really dumb mistakes. Now, I set it to the average aggressive setting, and the Union seems very not aggressive. But that could be a fact that we outnumber them by 40,000. Because I'm not seeing a lot of Union invasions going on right now. I don't know why it says 12 Confederate invasions. Those are double dipping there. Alright, back to the siege. Confederacy extends contracts to 3 years, so we should get another boost in... We'll get another boost in recruitment here. Let's see. Yep, it pops us up to another 20 or so thousand men in volunteers. So let's take a look at our armies. We have 7 actual armies, so that includes the independent corps commands. So we got Porterfield in West Virginia and his 5,000. Western Army under McCulloch about 15,000. We could maybe add a couple brigades there. I think we will attach also to McCulloch in the Army of West a small cavalry division. Actually, I want an individual corps. So what I actually want to do is I want to create a true Western Army. So we'll probably have to recruit an army in Arkansas. Oh, let's recruit some horse artillery from Arizona territory. What kind of crazy uniform can we give the Arizonians? Oh, I always like the all red. How about the red and white? See, that looks too gray to me. We'll go all butternut or tannish gray. Let's do the Zouave red, British red. Oh, good. So what we're going to do is, all right, now we need to replace McCulloch. Pillow might actually be a decent corps commander. Actually, Hawes. Well, who do we have available? No one really. Wright is a lieutenant, so if you over promote a lieutenant, his stats will drop. I guess Hawes will be it. Breckinridge was defamed also. He would have been a decent division commander. It might be William Slack. We got a lot of... Oh, this is a large division. Why don't we promote Pierce? John Pelham. I want to hold Pelham out for a artillery command. Maybe an engineer. So let's give Pierce the division. We will give Hawes the corps. This division is way too large. Let's transfer Hawes to the Army of the West. And we will put McCulloch in command of that. Well, McCulloch is defamed. Did I see that right? Yeah, wow. And then we want to create a small cavalry corps. We don't have enough recruits for that? Oh wait, yeah we do. Need to find some better cavalry commanders. Let's see what's available. Only lieutenants there. Well, maybe we'll... Oh, maybe we'll just leave Pillow as the division commander. We can assign some... the brigade commanders will find some up-and-coming cavalry commanders. Lieutenants. James Major, sure. Even though Stevenson's a good, has good starting stats, let's find. We're actually going to give him. We're going to give John Pelham that horse artillery battalion from the Arizona territory. Wolford's a political general from Georgia. We'll leave him in command there. Let's find a cavalry commander here. James T. Wheeler. Alright, there we go. So yeah, we'll leave Pillow in charge of that cavalry corps. My goal with that is not to raid into Missouri, but if we take back Missouri all the way up to St. Louis, we can use that cavalry corps to raid into Illinois. First things first, though, we're going to have to retake some territory in Missouri. Pillow doesn't have any men yet, so we can't move him out. Alright, so Union Department of West has successfully reached Cairo while we were building our depot. That's fine because we can build we can just fortify Columbus and fortify, maybe throw a fort down along the Mississippi. But it might behoove us to recruit some more men for price. We attach a cavalry brigade to the infantry division. Assign a brigade commander. Let's do a couple more brigades. So I'll give Price about 23,000 men. Let's do another brigade here. So at max strength, that should push Price's corps up to about 26,000 men, which should be adequate to defend against the Department of the West's 22,000 men. Alright, Kirby Smith, we're going to finish that supply depot. I think what we'll do is, after that, we'll try to march on Louisville, take Louisville. We'll move, once Stuart's cavalry is ready, we will try to fortify our right flank here. We'll throw a fort along the river here. And that will help secure at least at central and southern Kentucky. Although I believe Evansville, you need to control Evansville to control this part of Kentucky along the Ohio. I think we might create another infantry corps under Johnston. He's got 35,000 men. We only have about 13,000 in the recruitment pool. So we burned a lot of those recruits in out west. Well, we'll create a small corps. And then we can expand on that. I could probably pull Pickett. So Kirby Smith's not happy that he lost his division. We'll give him a brigade back. Create another division. Henry Jackson, political general from Georgia. William Steele. He would be a good cavalry commander. Nice stats all around. Do we have anyone else other than Henry Jackson for division command? Let's see how... I know Grillboat only a lieutenant. Still pretty good there. So about 11,000 in Crawford's corps. Actually, I'm going to keep Crawford in corps command. So I'll give Jackson or Johnston 41,000 when they're fully recruited, and another corps that he could use. So that's fine. Engineer. Do Edward Alexander. All right, August 10th, 1861. Hopefully we can resolve. Let's resolve this battle of Fort Washington. Magruder struggling with the siege, although slight advantage to his force. Condition of his men is good, though. Fort condition remains high at 98. Oh, and then we've triggered a battle. It looks like William Harney is attacking across the river Price's corps at Columbus, Kentucky. Why don't we fight this one out? A little bit outnumbered here. Battle of Columbus, Kentucky, August 10th, 1861. Union fields 22,000 men under the command of Major General Harney. Confederacy fields 15,000 men under Major General Price. Units may rout due to unbearable casualties, losing a melee, or expose to negative morale effects. All right, deployment. Harney has 41 guns. How many guns do we have? Let's look at our report. Condition of our men, 77. Ammunition, our supplies are good. They have 1,300 sick out of their army. All right, artillery. We have slight advantage of artillery. We have a decent amount of artillery for the size of our force. We are defending, so that gives us an advantage. That's good. Looks like we'll just defend this objective here near Spencer's Plain. We only have 7 engineering points, though. We can use this to anchor our left. Now, I wonder... Union might come in and around, so... See, I did not recruit... Lesson learned, I should have had at least one cavalry or a couple cavalry brigades. I think we just recruited them, but they are not ready. So our intelligence is going to be very iffy. If we set up around Spencer's Plain here and the Union decides to come in and around us, we'll probably have to hold a brigade. Just a little archer over here. Because this is the victory objective that we want to hold. We might actually have to detach archer. Because we want to get a better reconnaissance. Now there's the road to our rear, though, there's no good path to our rear, so that's one advantage we have if we want to defend here, which I do. I want to defend. That's kind of weird. All right, we want to defend the hoedown bridges. Position our artillery that they get good field of fire. If the Union attacks through here, they'll probably come down the road, so maybe we'll... That's good. Feel like that exposes our artillery. no real reserve there. We'll use McCown as a reserve brigade. Actually, this might be better right here. So if they try to attack through Spencer's Plain, we've got artillery. No, the line of sight is not good there. Fall back here. We'll use the fence around this farm as cover for our left flank. And if we see the Union in force along the road, the hoedown road, we'll just pull Archer back to help defend that position. All right, so here's our deployment. I think we're ready to go. They're already forecasting a minor defeat on us. Might take a minute for the Union to approach. Probably throw skirmishers out. So the big weakness is a strong attack by the Union coming in and around our left flank. What is the condition of Price's corps? So this is all their first combat. So first battle experience. Training is poor. That's not the worst level of training. That's the second worst. Untrained is the worst. So they have some training, but they're... This could be interesting. I think the Department of the West has a little bit more experience. They're coming straight down the hoedown road, which is good. That works out to our advantage. We're going to pull back Archer right now, although we'll keep him across the river. All right, so... Our guns have range. They're only 6-pounder field guns, though, so they're not... Skirmishers will engage. We'll try to get Gardner's brigade up against the wall here. One thing, I had a question and a comment to another video one time. You can get rid of these boxes. You have the icon menu right here. You can get rid of the icons there. You can also get rid of like the ranges. Aesthetically, this makes it the battlefield looks nicer. Now, the one thing the icons do, you get rid of the icons. You see the little fence icon here, but it also shows up in the info box. So you can look here for your information showing you that this unit is behind cover. It also will show you whether or not they're being flanked. So as long as you have access to this information, you can kind of take off the unit boxes, which makes the visuals nice and appealing. So if that's a big important thing for you, I'm kind of been playing around with playing without the unit icons, and seeing how well I can figure out how my units are doing. I mean, you still have to look at the unit box to see if they're lost resilience, which is very important. So you have to be utilizing this unit box anyways. Just in case you were wondering how to get rid of the boxes. We'll get rid of the boxes for this. The skirmishers are going to have to fall back. Although Donovan is getting in on the flank, and it's got the attention of 3 Union brigades. We're going to move Ruggles up too. So you can see outflanked. So that would normally come up on the unit box. We're actually going to order the skirmishers to fall back. Let's make sure there isn't any Union troops on our far left. I don't see anything. I think this is their main force. Again, don't do like I do. Make sure you have a couple of cavalry brigades at least attached to your infantry to scout around. This Price's Corps does not, although he is recruiting some. Let's see what our casualties right now. We've lost 44 to their 50 men. Union Brigade under Wood's brigade throws out skirmishers. Palmer, so the Union setting up for their attack. Captain John Adams has a good position. Routed units nearby. So one thing about skirmishers, they route easily, which is fine. They're going back to the parent unit, but it causes routed units nearby to affect the morale of your formed infantry battalions or brigades. So Gardiner engaging with this Union skirmish line that looks like it's falling apart. So casualties remain about even. Unfortunately, with the mixed muskets that Donovan has, he cannot get in range on the flank here. We could move him out of cover. It's 3 in the afternoon. So we might pull... Let's pull Archer over here. So we'll keep McCown in reserve, and he'll keep an eye on the river crossing. I don't think the Union has anyone in our rear. I think this is their main force. Looks like Donovan's coming under some artillery fire. Right now he's going to be in range of this Union brigade here. So they unleash a volley. They're getting charged. It looks like the Union wanted to charge them, but they had second thoughts about that. Ruggles is confidence. Loss, almost a full pip on the loss threshold. Loss resilience. We are actually losing more men. Let's see if we can't get Gardner to attack the Union flank. Gardner to throw out some skirmishers so to protect his flank. I really want to get in on this Union flank right here. Ooh, is there a Union brigade over here? We ordered Archer to try to move around here, but there's a Union brigade. Gardner's going to try to hit the Union flank. Skirmishers are... So heavy fighting right now. Unfortunately, the Union has the better of us. Getting the better of us right now. Let's take a second look at this. We might have to use McCown. Oh yeah, they're trying to get... Well, they have a brigade under Lyon. Gardner, 43 casualties. See, Ruggles is struggling with 372 casualties. He's receiving flanking fire from somehow. It must be from Porter. Archer will throw out skirmishers. Kind of distract Lyon there. McCown might need to replace Ruggles. If we can break this part of the Union line. Now they have two brigades right here that could collapse on Gardner. Gardner's not really firing. We need to move him forward a little bit more. There we go. Donovan is wounded. Well, Donovan's probably going to... let's fall back a little bit. And then we can bring up McCown. So we'll try to have McCown replace brigades here. Gardner's in a good position though. He's going to hit. So if the Union comes forward, he can keep hitting them on the flank. You have milk and cookies. Roseannadanna brings milk and cookies. Looks like we pushed back some of the Union brigade, but Porter moves forward, but now decides better. They have, we are outnumbered, so. And we've lost more men. Why don't we bring up McGowan? We'll let Ruggles and Donovan take a breather. Archer holds the left. I think this Union force might have slightly better weapons than we do. I'm gonna have Gardner fall back too, because I worry about him getting flanked from the right. Archer's flanked. I don't want to attack that aggressively. So 1,300. We've lost 13, Union 11. So still pretty even, but as a percentage of our force, we have lost more. McCown trying to get in on the flank of this unit, but he is being outflanked himself. Let's straighten out that line. I feel like our guns, our 6-pounders, have done a decent job, the best they can. McCown's still outflanked. Probably from this Union brigade over here. Archer doing good. Routed units nearby. Enemy routed units. Ooh, let's take the flank here. See if Archer can take the Union flank to support McCown. We might need Donovan to come back into action. Let's see if we can't get Ruggles actually to support. So Archer discouraging this Union brigade from hitting McCown's flank. McCown is still flanked himself. Let's get Gardiner. We might have to have McCown fall back. He's starting to rack up casualties. Can't budge the Union losses though. We're up to 1,700 and the enemy at 1,400. Just too much firepower versus what we have. Looks like Palmer's weakening though. You need glasses. Yeah. Is the stream going blurry? I'm gonna have to take. Oh yeah, it looks really bad. Come on, stream. I'm gonna have to look at my bit rate. All right, yep, 1st Brigade is starting to waver. That's good. Got a Union unit wavering. I'm sorry, Roseannadanna. It is your vision. It is not the stream. I think you need to see an eye doctor. Oh, Archer got 2 brigades on his left flank. We're going to have to call in Donovan. All our reserves are used up. Ruggles is in pretty good condition. Although he's taking a lot of casualties, so his loss resilience is suffering. It looks like we're pushing back another Union brigade, though. Archer. Need to straighten out his line. He's about to get flanked. McGowan. High off milk and cookies, nonetheless. Battle of Columbus. We're starting to narrow that casualty gap. 2,000 of our own versus the 1,800 of the enemy. But they still have 3, 4, 5, 6 brigades. I think they just brought in their fresh troops from Spencer's Plain, while all our units now have been fighting all day. We're going to have to push Donovan to protect Archer's flank there. Regardless of what happens, Price's Corps has fought well in their first engagement of the war. All right, so Donovan and Archer about to get hit hard from, I think that's Lyons Brigade and Porter. They're going to make a strong attack to break our left. Oh, and he looks like Ruggles is, or Donovan is broken. We're going to have, Archer's going to have to fall back. Same thing with Ruggles. Another Adams is wounded. Oh, that's our artillery battalion got destroyed. As the Union brings in everything they got now, all the reserves. They might break us here. Enemy casualties 2,300, own casualties 2,700. See if Price can't rally Donovan. I don't think I ever reattached Archer. Able to grab some of the Adams's guns though to help push back this Union brigade. About 5 in the evening, as the Union brigade lays down and does some funky dancing over there. Buford's cannons, though, dissuade the Union attack on our right. How is Archer doing? $3,100 versus our 28, or the enemy's 28. Their morale remains high. It looks like Donovan is done for the day. There's no rallying him. I have a feeling that some more of our units are going to break here soon. Looks like we might have broken a Union brigade. Yes, wood is broken. Let's get Buford's guns on. Special magic cookies. Price's Corps needs some magic cookies too after this battle. Ruggles breaks. We are defeated. Close battle, but still suffered 500 more casualties than the enemy. That's not going to cut it. Let's try to fall back here. We can retreat in good order. They have 36 seconds in this rear guard action. Unfortunately, losing a little too many more men in this rear guard. Fatigue is setting in. Buford's guns trying to push Hunter back, doing a good job of it. Let's see what we can do in this last few seconds of the battle. Union staying aggressive. As we are suffering more casualties and another routing units. And now it's turning into a rout. Let's get Buford's guns. I don't want to lose any more guns in the last 16 seconds. Hopefully Gardner and Archer can at least just hold the line. Oh, Archer broke. Not good. They might get whipped. This is my worst defeat in the longest time. Now Gardner breaks now too. I thought I had a chance. That was pretty tough. Not a good showing at all, in the least. That was a rough one. Due to his bad performance in battle, Colonel Donovan has fallen in disgrace in the eyes of his men and public. Yes, very good Christmas. I hope yours was good as well. I stayed away from the magic cookies, although I ate a ton. Yeah, Price is in the middle of recruiting cavalry for his command. But unfortunately, not in time for this battle. Actually, he only had the one brigade in recruiting. The cavalry is with Johnston, so Stewart here. Probably should recruit a brigade or two more for Sterling Price. We have a policy to... I think we're going to have to do government funding. Well, we're at A rating now. Maybe not. Actually, let's do diplomacy 1. Let's try to import some decent rifles. So Price heads back to Jackson. Put the icons back on the strategic map. Oh, Hawes actually has a perk. We do ambulance corps. What perk do we want to do, Roseannadanna? Let's pause the stream for a second. Let me know what perk we want for Hawes' corps. I gotta let the dog out. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Did I miss the perk choice? Did I miss that message? Let's do ambulance corps. Proper organization of ambulance system, rooting out corruption and unwillingness to gather wounded soldiers is the first step towards proper medical care. Wounded soldiers, speed reduction due to wounded soldiers minus 25% though. Mortality rate of wounded minus 10%. Level up by attending the wounded. We'll do ambulance corps. Alright, Pillow's still recruiting his cavalry corps. One cavalry brigade and 2 horse arty would be a good start. Alright, we'll attach some cavalry to Hawes's brigade out west. Once, let's take a look at Price's corps. The commanders look alright. So yeah, we went with ambulance corps. Alright, Price on the retreat. Alright, so I had already recruited some cavalry with Holmes's division. Crawford will get some cavalry. And one more brigade with Colquitt. And anyone new joining the stream, welcome to the stream. This is the Grand Tactician, the Civil War. This is the 1.03 update, so the most recent version with the 3D graphics. We are doing a Confederate campaign, trying to outpace the Union manpower. So we currently have 154, but we just lost about 3,000 to 4,000 men in the battle, but we also inflicted about 3,000 to 3,500 men to the Union side. We already have a Confederate slight advantage. We took Washington, and we're trying to fortify Washington. We're trying to take Siege of Island 10. That should be Fort Washington. That changed. That was saying the Siege of Fort Washington. Magruder's got a perk. Magruder trying to take Fort Washington, but it's been kind of a struggle. Making some headway, but the fort condition still pretty high. Alright, Jackson at his destination as he is being assigned his Shenandoah command. Although Hood's readiness has to improve. We had a depot at Aqueduct Bridge. Let's upgrade that depot. A fast division with whom? With Jackson's command? Price almost to Jackson, Tennessee. Kirby Smith. I want to build a fort right here at the river crossing. George Stewart's cavalry. We're going to... I'm just going to go into Louisville and see if he can't hold that town. Oh, he's at low readiness. Alright, well, we'll wait until his readiness improves. You think your fast division concept is working out to be no more than 7,000 troops? Now, is that... Are you talking about, like, for infantry or using a cavalry division of 7,000 men? Now, is that an independent division command or attached to an a corps? Field Telegraph 1. Orders are sent via wire faster than couriers can ride, decreasing order delays. Order delays minus 10. Level up by X. We'll do the Field Telegraph for Kirby Smith's corps. We've lost contact of the Department of the West, though. So we have no intelligence on them. So Price getting beat at Columbus. Oh, there they are. Price getting beat back at Columbus kind of hurts Johnston's left flank. Joe Johnston's going to build a fort. We're gonna fortify Washington. All right, back to the siege of Fort Washington. Actually, I wonder if we just need to call in reinforcements for Magruder to finally take this fort. Alright, Johnston's been called to help finish off the siege. Alright, glorious victory at Fort Washington. We just need the extra manpower. So like a corps, like a small 7,000 man division attached to its own corps. Would it be all cavalry? Fort Washington is in our hands. I actually want to fortify Fort Washington. We can't even recruit any infantry right now. There we go. One thing I haven't taken a look at in a while is, let's look at our arms. We still not very good with arms. We haven't really researched industry, so we'll get some rifles after Diplomacy 1 is researched. Then, since we have the B rating right now, we might have to do government funding next after Diplomacy 1. I mean, the Union blockade has not reached that far south, so no worries there right now. I have a decent river fleet at Memphis. All right, just waiting for readiness to improve. Price is back at Jackson, Tennessee. He's recruiting cavalry, so that should help him out down the long run. He still, once full strength, he'll be at 23,000 men, which will outnumber the 17,000. So he might be able to come back and retake Columbus here, hopefully before winter. And a lot can happen at that time, though. Ah, we have a Department of Ohio inching towards Lexington. What do we have? Smith has 29,000 men. So, definitely outnumber the Department of Ohio there. Although the rest of Johnston's command is a little bit strung out here. Let's keep an eye on this situation. Kirby Smith's corps more than adequate to defend against that Department of Ohio. We'll move Joe Johnston back up to finish that fort around Washington. We lost the depot there. Union extends contracts to 3 years, so they're trying to catch back up to manpower. It comes out to 2 brigades of cav and 4 to 6 batteries of horse artillery. Nice. I usually keep them independent if I can. Well, you are an artilleryman. I'm not surprised. 6 batteries of horse artillery. Johnston to get up here and take these depots. So we have our 167 versus their 127. We have about 10,000 volunteers in reserve. Yeah, I don't think the AI will adjust very well to that, to the havoc. Why can't we secure this? Oh, there we go. There we go. Depots are secured now. All right, Hood can move. Let's move to Staunton. August 25th, 1861, Washington, D.C. has fallen to the Confederate States, and we're trying to fortify that and make that a central hub for possible either defending our prize or expansion into Baltimore and retaking Maryland. We've got Jackson's army coming through the Shenandoah to secure that left flank. The Union does seem a little bit more busy in the west, but stalemated in the east. Looks like we finished recruiting some units. We're up to 174 in manpower, and Union has 132. Once Crawford's corps is finished, we might make the march towards this Department of Ohio. We'll beat them back, take Louisville and Lexington. We're actually going to order Stewart's corps to Louisville. Artie is the king of the battle. Always, always. Price might not have a lot of time to rest, as we may need him to intercept the Department of the West. So about a week or so before they're all recruited, and he'll be up to about a strength of 23,000 men again. But training condition is untrained again. Condition is good, though. So, slight setback. Even though he took a beating in that battle, I think he can recover. He's defamed, though. We might need to replace Price. Canty, although his administrative rating is not that good, he has other good stats. Abraham Buford did show very good initiative in that battle at Columbus. Blanchard's ratings are falling down too. I'm at a loss at who to promote. I think we're gonna give Canty the command. Who takes over the division? McCown. let's give Duncan the brigade command for that artillery brigade. Or was I mistaken? Oh, that was an infantry brigade. That's my oversight. We should flip-flop these two. William Pender. Okay, yeah, Pender will be the artillery brigade commander. We do not have... Oh, we do have some 12-pound Napoleon guns. We can't upgrade them, though. Oh, yes, we can. Okay. Leave price. His administrative rating is not very good. Nah, we're gonna replace. We're gonna use McCown as the division commander, and then we're gonna replace Price with Canty. It'll be good. It'll be good. We'll use Price. Price will come back. We need some new blood here. All right, Jackson's army in the Shenandoah. Stanton. Hood's going to have to encamp for a little bit. He's been defamed, so that makes him becomes the great administrator. What do we got going here in Maryland? So August 27th. Fall is shortly upon us. We've got the Army of Potomac. We estimate at 17,000, but you have this Army of the Shenandoah at Annapolis with about 28,000. Beauregard is ready. Do we strike at Annapolis? Hit that core with all we've got? Magruder's got a second perk. Magruder. The Confederate States, the people liked his taking of Fort Washington. Let's get our guys in position. Magruder on the right, Johnson in the center, Ewell on the left. Let's move Jeb Stuart out. We'll have him scout out. And then we'll strike at Annapolis. We can strike if we can hit that 30,000 core and destroy them, and then we can turn to Frederick. all before Christmas. Price did really well in the other Confederate campaign in the ongoing series. He's a beast in that one. We gotta order. Let's move Beauregard into the city. I want to make sure we can get all, even though they're all in range, so they should all be supporting each other. All right, let's order Johnston and Magruder. But they should also be calling in Stuart's cavalry and Ewell. Alright, September 1st, and we have engagement with the Army of the Shenandoah at Annapolis with 27,000 men. We've got superior numbers. Let's see if we can't destroy this corps. We'll probably do this battle, and then that will probably finish the stream. But this might... I want to really destroy this corps. So let's see what we can do. Our scouts report the enemy near Annapolis, Maryland, and our army is to prepare for battle. We are facing the Army of Shenandoah under command of George Sykes with strength of 27,000 men, 48 guns. The enemy army is green, and the morale is reported to be determined. Reports indicate their supply situation outstanding, and so is ours. So we have Johnston and Magruder, Ewell to follow. 5 hours away from Tanleytown. Well, it's probably from the, it's actually probably from the west. Oh, nice. Our range goes up to here across the river. I like that. It looks like the Union's probably defending this position right here. Samuel Cooper, the veteran, the wily veteran. Look at that stunning sunset. Oh, we've spotted them already. All right, how do we want to do this? Looks like we can go straight over, and then we'll have some high ground here. So we want to position our guns. We'll have to move up a little bit to get better ground. That's kind of cool with the dust cloud. I've noticed the dust cloud, but not to actually spot their location. We could. So do we march? Do we want to use Magruder's Corps to march down the 7th Street Turnpike? Or we could take a division down the Blagden Mill Road and... Yeah, let's do that. We can use Gardner, Armistead, Roseannadanna is going to be very disappointed that I don't have cavalry attached to these divisions. I think we're going to put Armistead in marching column. Put the guns in cover. I will try, as long as I can make sure I get good line of sight. Randolph's in cover, but I'm going to move them forward. Don't swear at me. I've got Stewart, but he's 21 miles away. Yule's got some cavalry. He'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm not even going to entrench. He'll be fine. I got Walker. Oh, there's a fence right here. This orchard right here. Gardner's division will come up the Blagden Mill Road. Armistead off the 7th Street Turnpike. All right, why don't we start the battle? 6 a.m. September 1st, 1861. The Union's trying to move into that hilly ground right here around the Moreland house. We should probably throw out skirmishers. Let's pause real quick. So it'll be the engagement's going to be hot and heavy real early in this one. Samuel French, his skirmishers about to engage. We can line up along this path here. Armistead order delay. Still hasn't gotten the orders. Should probably... We can move Magruder back towards Armistead. Alright, so George James is firing. He's found some line of sight there. Randolph is also firing. Do we have anything better than 6-pounders? So Union's bunching up all along this stream, maybe trying to form a defensive line here, which that would be a decent defensive line. Unfortunately for them, we've got guys in their rear. We're going to detach Walker's cavalry. I feel like we can move James up a little bit more. Alright, skirmishers are engaging. Union guns are blasting away. Let's take the icons off for the aesthetics. Little right here. So Hill and Little will move forward. So now I don't know, the Union is trapping himself in this low ravine area. I mean, this terrain's a little rough, so he can probably defend there, but I feel like he'll be shooting fish in a barrel. Right, how is Magruder coming up the road? Casualties about even. Little better straighten out your line there. All right, Hill coming in to support. Of course, the stream goes blurry. Randolph is idle, so we might have to move him up a little bit. Alright, how are casualties so far? So Johnson kind of in the center there. Suffering a small amount, 37. Little is flanked for some reason. I don't know if that brigade right there is firing on him. It's just the cookies, man. Don't wig out. It's just the cookies. You're not freaking out, man. We can try to take these guns there. All right, Gardner's division. Let's form up over here. Armistead. Keep marching forward. Oh yeah, they're going to be in a world of hurt. They've already suffered 550 casualties. Although Hill might be in a little bit of trouble. Lee's been called forward. Clayton Sr., let's get you to support. Johnston in a strong position there, not suffering very heavy. Let's wheel. We got to wheel Lawton over. How is Little doing? Little's standing his ground pretty good. Union trying to advance straight into Little's position there. I don't think that's a wise decision, and they are falling back. Hill's a little outnumbered. Let's get Clayton to support. That left flank is a little bit outnumbered, so why don't we get Imboden in also to support. Walker's marching over to get into the rear. Gardner still trying to march and get in attack formation. So yeah, we still got to hold our ground a little bit longer here to give Armistead and Gardner time to form up and really hammer the Union position, as Joe Johnston will be the anvil and Magruder will be the hammer. We'll watch our flank here. Lawton, watch your flank. Looks like a Union brigade is broken. Two Union brigades, Taylor and Russell, are broken. Rowley is broken. They're going to sound the retreat even before Gardner and Magruder can get in position for the killer blow. As we are in full mourning, although Stephen Lee took a beating. Just too outnumbered on the left there. Let's get... got a reserve brigade here. Samuel French. That's not a very good path. Let's get Hill. Hill's going to have to fall back a little bit. Although we have Johnson could march a little bit here. We can hit this Union brigade in the flank. Support Little. Clayton is firing. Little falling back. Clayton Sr. engaging, who is that? Kimball's brigade of the Union force. Lawton engaged one-on-one with, can't read the name there, Burry. All right, what's the condition of Gardner? Oh, they're in good, well-rested. Let's move them forward. No time to waste. So Edward Johnson hitting Kimball on the flank there. Edward Johnson engaged, not firing yet. There we go. There's a volley. Watch that flank. Who is that? Clayton Sr. Looks like the Union is going to rush his flank. Walker is detached. I did detach him. Yeah, he should be detached. Walker going after those guns. Although there's some fencing there that might help provide some protection. And there's some broken Union infantry. Oh! Well, he's broken. They fight him off. $4,200 casualties to the Union. We've lost 17. Gardner's going to go into the wooded terrain. Oh, dismount? So you don't assault with them mounted? Or do you just fire on the guns? Foster and Elliott trying to break through the Confederate line. Armistead, you gotta form up. All right, time to push forward. Got these two Union brigades right here that are about to be cut off. Gotcha. I hear ya, training. All right, come on, Armistead, get your men formed up. All right, Foster is broken. See if we can start wiping out some units. They're at 5,500 casualties. We definitely want to get that. We have a whole minute in the retreat, so we got plenty of time to score that major. Let's throw everything we've got at them. Unfortunately, some tiring going on with Gardner's division. All right, something just happened with my windowed mode. How did that happen? Give me a second here, folks. Something happened with the game state. Hold on. Should be on full screen. There we go. Somehow I knocked it out of full screen mode. It was cutting off at the bottom. We are back. Never mind, people. Nothing to see here. Back to the battle. Third Brigade wiped out, so that's good. Yep, 8,000. That puts them at 8,000 men. Ooh, Edward Johnson just going straight at him. I guess Armis is not going to contribute to this. Lawton's got a perk. Let's try to take Hayes' guns here. Oh, there, and that's straight from the rear, too. Johnson earns a perk due to minor discipline. So right now casualties 8,500, so that gives us the major. We've only suffered about 5%. I'm trying the attack column formation. I was recommended to try the attack column, especially towards the when units are routing. Although this looks like he's about to get beat up. I'm going to put him back in line. So I'm trying the assault column formation. $9,500 casualties. Oh, we just wiped out another 3rd Brigade. 12,000 casualties, almost half their force. Let's see how that assault column does in action over here. Oh, too late. So major victory. That we've destroyed that 30,000 core army under Sykes. And we'll probably take Annapolis after that. We can turn then on that 17,000 man force at Frederick, Maryland, and should have Maryland pretty well secured going into the winter of 61, 62. Suffered under 2,000 casualties. So not bad there. Captured 10,000 rifles and 30 guns from the battlefield. Really nice. Glorious victory at Annapolis. Army of the Shenandoah fleeing in panic. Colonel Walker loses face though. We'll part of that would be the superior commander not managing his brigade very well, namely me. All right, so Annapolis is about to fall. We'll let let's see where they retreat out of. I think there's a fort outside of Annapolis that we'll have to take to Fort McHenry. I'm about to wrap up the stream. Thanks for joining, William King. I appreciate your time. Yeah, I'll probably just tie up some loose ends here, and we'll probably pick up the stream from here on the next one. But we are going to kind of play a couple days through and watch the Army of the Shenandoah rearguard action as units are routing as they run away to Baltimore. Let's order Magruder to take Annapolis. We're going to position Johnston in the center here. Stewart's going to scout ahead a little bit. You've got Ewell on the left flank. And Diplomacy 1 policy is selected. So we should We should get a big boost in arms. Let's see what's available. We've got some Enfield rifle muskets, Lorenz rifles. I'm not seeing a ton of the arms that we captured though. What about some of our artillery options? Well, I appreciate that, Roseannadanna. We'll have to work on the cavalry management though. Now here's a question. So we captured all 30 guns. I don't see them here. I didn't assign any of them. There's be some perks that we have to dish out too. All right. So we'll leave that for the next stream. We will take a look at upgrading our units. We'll definitely upgrade the units in the east as they performed very well. So they're going to get first dibs on those Lorenz rifles and Enfield rifles. We'll consolidate our wins in Maryland. And then we'll have to address situation in Kentucky as the Department of the West is moving to hit Albert Sidney Johnston left flank. All right, I'll leave it at that. I do appreciate everyone joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one, hopefully before the end of the week, if not either Monday or Tuesday next week. I keep checking. I will schedule in advance when the next stream will be, so check the channel for the day and time, the estimated day and